to play at the level of the opposition. Levels of the game. And the Dolphins with the sophisticated quarterback, Bob Greasy.
That'll give them a pretty good level to play to because Miami has really been rolling. On 2nd and 6, and again.
Clock ran out.
Clock ran out, expired in the end zone, 30 seconds. That'll mean 5 yards assessed against Cincinnati.
7 on the line. You got to have at least 7. That's what I said.
2nd down and 12. Anderson looking for Brooks.
There it is.
Wide open. First down, midfield. Brooks at the 49-yard line against Lester Hayes, and he was really open.
Now maybe they can get unwound. That's what they needed to get back into field position.
Well, he had Matusak. Here we go, take another look at it. You see Matusak and you see Sistrunk come back in there. They're a little bit late. They got pretty good protection that time, but he's wide open. He really did turn him around. This Brooks has got the speed. He's also got that. Yeah, well, I was going to say Lynn Swan kind of moves, but anyway, how about Paul Warfield? Those kind of moves where he kind of floats in and cuts back out. Fluid.
He turned in a remarkable receiver considering he did not catch that many passes at Oklahoma. As we watch Pete Johnson bowl his way up the middle, close to 45, a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now I'd like to see young Turner break one, get Cincinnati going so we can have the kind of competitive game we looked for.
Pete Johnson, this last year, came into tonight with 336 yards. Scored 58 touchdowns at Ohio State for Mr. Hayes. 12-23, and the clock is moving, remaining in the first half. The Raiders leading 13-0. Dave Turner, inside handoff, tries to take it to the outside, and a whole lot of John Matusak was all over him, along with Rod Martin.
Well, at least Kenny's listening. He gave it to Turner.
Yeah, he
just didn't break one.
You know, I'm really amazed by your the stat that you mentioned a while ago about Oakland being 24th against the run, because
in terms of number of rushes they've allowed, which means they're not defensing the run well. Last year they led the league. Fewer rushes against them than anybody, which I think's revealing now.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Actually, they're 9th in their conference against the rush, and that for Oakland is unusual. 3rd down, long 6. Anderson is open. Is John Bass, and Anderson's right on the money. First down, Cincinnati, 29-yard line of Oakland.
The tight end has been consistently open tonight. We made note of that earlier. Now this play coming right at you, Don.
He's a fairly lean-looking 6'2", 218. I think he's a good tight end. I like the way he's making a couple of adjustments to make those receptions. The ball could have been thrown a step or more or two out in front of him, and he could have gone ahead and run on into it. You see him make that decision. He's going down. He's going to catch that ball, keep it on there. I always said, man, I don't care how you do it, just do it. Catch it.
Cincinnati at the 29-yard line of Oakland. Their deepest penetration. Pete Johnson gets the call, and Bulls up close to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Bill Yaw and Mike McCoy in on the stop. Young Don Bass, I told you about his record out in Houston. He had one game, set a Southwest Conference record against TCU, and he caught 4 touchdown passes. He's a good man.
How about that University of Houston and Longhorn game last week? They set a record for...
What a crowd.
Yeah, the all-time crowd. College or pro.
2nd down, 8. Bass in motion. And Anderson throws it low, intended.
Phil Yaw
for Isaac Curtis. Curtis being covered by Rod Martin.
He was covered, but he was also free to receive that pass right in the gut. And had it been well thrown, it would have been another first down.
I think we can call that incompletion. We can attribute a great deal of it to Charles Phil Yaw. He is a big one, isn't he?
He is not big. He is huge.
Huge. Yeah, huge is bigger than big.
He is 6'9", 270.
Man, that's huge. That's huge.
Let's be exact.
In fact, it's frightening to face him.
Third down and 8. McAnally is in, number 87. Single setback. That's Pete Johnson. So in effect, 3 wide receivers in for Anderson.
He got back, though, no flags. Zip.
Wide open, and it's
he was being relatively unattended.
Let's see if Mike Davis falls down, and he does.
He's chewing them up right now, and Anderson's confidence is growing. And if they can get it in, we've got the look of a football game.
Yes.
There's Bass, and while he is not the size of a tight end, well, he doesn't have any of the character of a tight end. He put on a move like an outside receiver, and he gives Cincinnati a 1st and goal. Rick Walker and Corbett are in there, 2 tight ends. Walker 88, Corbett 81. Tony Davis is in there in the 3-man set. Pete Johnson gets the call. Cincinnati on the scoreboard. 10:08 remaining in the first half.
He slipped right by Villapiano. He was trying to cover that outside. Colsey comes over. No way to stop him. He's in there.
And a fine block by the rookie from Georgia, Mike Wilson, who is playing left tackle for Cincinnati. You saw him bury his man. Johnson's strided into the end zone.
And Howard's getting more interested, and I'm glad.
He's about ready to leave for a minute.
Yeah, I know. I like him around up there. I don't want you to go. It's going to get better.
Chris Barr, conversion, Cincinnati. Now it's
Pete Johnson.
13-7.
The scoring play was a 4-yard run.
One more look. There's no way Colsey is going to hold on to that man or take him backwards. So the game is tight, and we'll be returning in a moment. Riverfront Stadium, and the crowd is quiet at Cincinnati with a fine drive. Barr hits it, will be taken by Whittington at the 2-yard line. This is Harold Hart, brother. All right, and Hart gets out to the 24-yard line. Don Bass is down there. Don Bass doing everything but take tickets tonight.
That's right.
You know, Frank, I've heard a lot, particularly this year, how important management is to the success of a team. I just wonder if anybody notices how much Cincinnati has improved since Howard became their general manager. That was just...
Now, where is that sign? First thing I did was rehire Paul Brown.
Yeah.
I told the quarterback to throw to Bass, and that's it.
You sometimes amaze even me.
1st and 10 Oakland, their own 24-yard line. Whittington following Van Egan. He's upended as he gets out over the 25-yard line. A yard and a half. Jim LeClaire submarining and stopping Whittington.
That's really what he did, too, wasn't it, Frank? He slid right in there and cut him off right at the shoe stop.
Well, Stabler's got the job of reigniting his team because at the moment Cincinnati is an aroused team. And you could just see Anderson's confidence growing during the course of that drive.
If you don't have that fumble that Colsey picks up and runs back, what would you have?
You would have a 7-7 game.
No, 7.
No, 7-7. It was the first one that man missed in the wake of the penalty.
On 2nd down 8. Stabler slips. Goes for Casper, and Casper does not hold on near midfield. Being defended there by Marvin Cobb. Let's pause 5 seconds now and allow our stations to identify themselves.
KETV Channel 7, Omaha.
John Madden. He'll always give you a little show on the sidelines. You can see that we have really a fine night for football. He'll talk it over with the officials for you also.
He wanted a call of interference there, but Cobb hit Casper beautifully as the ball was coming into Casper's hands. Rattle a snake. Snake Stabler, of course. That's the nickname.
And if you just joined us, Oakland jumped out to a 13-0 lead. Stabler got himself a 5-yard touchdown pass. He's back. He slipped once again. Fires the Cliff Branch, and it bobbled, does not hold on.
Well, they're not getting close to Stabler back there, though. He's got plenty of time to throw. So that means that defensive secondary must be doing a pretty good job. However, he did have a man open. Well, Frank?
Well, Frank and I were talking to Madden before the game about why Branch wasn't catching more, and he said, simple enough, we've had to go to the tight ends. They've been doubling them game in and game out.
Here's Ray Guy. Not a bad night. Just about average for this man. Here's Dennis Law back at his 25-yard line while Guy is setting up at his 10. Off the side of the foot.
Not going to hurt him. He got a good bounce.
Got a bounce out of it. will be ruled dead inside the 18-yard line. So we have 8:54 remaining in the first half. The game is tightened. The Raiders 13, the Bengals 7. First and 10. Bengals with a big drive under their belt. Have the ball at their own 17, and Anderson is back throwing.
Right there on target. What a
And
move.
open. No. Rolled out of bounds. Isaac Curtis did not get both feet down in time.
And I was just getting ready to do a real number on Isaac Curtis about how good he was at doing that.
Yeah, but, you know, the call of that play, the throw, you can, as I said, you can just see the confidence growing in Anderson.
You think that Paul Brown's doing a good job then as your new head coach? Look at that. Well thrown. He does do a good job ordinarily of bringing, wait a minute, just a
He's
tippy toe out. What a good call. That's just by a couple of inches.
Second down, 10. Oakland changing their defense. They're being forced to make changes tonight. I told you about them earlier. They'll bring different men in on different situations.
Right there.
Pass has a first down for Cincinnati.
Yes, sir.
Out at the 37-yard line, working against Charles Phillips.
Well, they're going to have to adjust their defenses. That much is clear because that kid's been open all through the first half.
Matuzak, look at here, number 72 coming running there for Lewitt. But he kept his eye right on Bass coming right across the middle, and that was a nice hole in there. Picked it up. First down and 10 to go.
And they're not covering him with a linebacker. They brought the strong safety back on Bass, and he has 5 receptions already in this half for 74 yards. He's been the spark plug. 84, 6'2", a 218-pound rookie from Houston. This is Dave Turner. Dave Turner piled up at the line of scrimmage. Charles Phillips up there to help out from his safety spot. So it'll be second down and 10.
7 minutes, 50 seconds left in the second quarter, and suddenly the Bengals are not only in the game, but they're dominating.
Trying to hold your interest so you'll stay with us for the second half.
Yeah. Keep throwing the Bass. I'll stay all night.
All right.
Curtis goes left. Billy Brooks is to the right. Bass adjusts over to the right. There he is, number 84. Anderson with some play action, and he has a man open. It was Dave Turner, but he just overthrew.
Really hard pass to throw.
Why?
Well, because you have to, number one, that time you got Hendricks, who's 6'5". You've got to drop it over him, and it's not something you really sit back there and use the muscle or the strength you have in your arm. It's a touch pass. Touch, you know, it just has to drop it. And about 35 yards down the field.
There, by the way, is the Stork, who earlier had been trying to cover Bass, and that's when I commented that Bass was nowhere near Hendricks or vice versa.
Ed Hendricks, 6'7". Matuzak, 6'7". Phil Yaw, 6'9". A lot of tall folks with the Raiders. Anderson looks them over on 3rd and 10. Tony Davis, single setback, number 25.
Look at it.
And he has an open field. And he dives, but I believe he's short of the first down. He's close.
He gets close.
He knew exactly where it was, and he could not quite get there. Bass is saying he's got it, but it's going to be very close. Lester Hayes tried to keep him from the first down.
If I'm 1 at 9, if I'm 1-9, right? 1-1, lost 9, playing on Monday Night Football, 4th down, and I don't care, less than a yard. Oh, I got to go for it. If I don't
I agree with you.
Well, of course, I'm not 1 and 9.
I'm not so sure.
No, I'm 14 out of 20.
Inches.
I would go for it. I agree with you.
Yeah, it's sure not going to show up real bad on your record one way or another.
And that's exactly what Homer Rice decides, and he sends McAnally in. Nope, I thought he was bringing a play in, but he's not. Coming in to do the punting.
Oh, Homer, Howard will replace you.
Well, they don't always punt when they set up in a punt formation anymore.
Yeah, that's a good thought.
Neil Colsey dropping deep. Of course,
They're
Oakland
gonna punt.
will be alerted to the punt. Running possibilities. There is Colsey back at the 16-yard line. A lot of jockeying around at the line of scrimmage. Oakland is not anticipating a punt. going to get it. And Colsey will take it at the 15-yard line. And down goes Colsey, a hustling bunch of big Bengals at the 23. NCAA college football, a doubleheader coming your way on Saturday, live at 12:30 Eastern Time. Dartmouth against Princeton. That's for the Ivy League crown if Dartmouth can win it. Navy with a 7-2 record goes against Florida State. We have Texas A&M against Arkansas, Iowa State against Colorado. And at 4 Eastern Time, USC and UCLA will get with it with the Rose Bowl bid there. Of course, Charles White performing for the Trojans, Heisman candidate with over 1,200 yards. Florida A&M will go against Southern, and Appalachian State against Western Carolina. NCAA college football, a doubleheader this coming Saturday. On 1st and 10, Van Egan gets the ball, gets to the 25-yard line, and the Bengals are fired up. Cameron and LeClaire in on that stop. Gain of a half yard out to the 25-yard line.
Philip Villapiana, Jersey lad, Bowling Green his school.
Has thin ankles.
Veteran now. When we first began Monday Night Football, Don, he was a rookie.
9 years then, right?
Right.
Whittington and Van Egan, the setbacks. Morris Bradshaw, right to the right, but the handoff goes to Whittington. And Whittington is collected there after he gains a yard and a half. It'll be 3rd down now, at about 7. Not a bad pickup in the 7th round. Probably because of his size, he didn't go higher because he's the 3rd leading rusher in the history of SMU behind a pair of great names, Doak Walker and Kyle Rote.
Rather memorable. The Raiders do miss Davis and Robisky. No question about it. Both out with injuries.
Biletnikoff is in. Stabler going for Branch. Incomplete.
I thought he was going for Casper, Frank.
They were right together.
He was in the middle there.
Going for Cliff.
Under any circumstances, the punt turned out to be the right move.
Well, we don't know because we don't know what the other one would have turned out to be.
Yeah, but this was percentage play. You can't fault it, really.
Well, you can, I think, if you're 1 and 9 and you're playing at home. These people didn't come out here to see you play percentage football. Man, they want to see you have some fun with it. Go out there and throw. Try to do something. Wonderful.
Whatever you say.
Yeah,
Dennis Laws deep with Tony Davis. Ray Guy will punt for Oakland. 5 minutes remaining in the first half. 13-7 Oakland leads, and look at this by Guy. Hang time on that. Fantastic. Tony Davis knew it. He called for the fair catch at the 25-yard line. That's where Cincinnati will begin. And Ray Guy has really been punching that ball tonight. That one 48 yards.
5 minutes to go in the half.
Anderson with a career passing average of just under 57%. Missed 4 games at the beginning of the year. We told you about that. Broken bone in the passing hand. Pete Johnson using his weight, which is a little over 240 pounds, to advance a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Up till now, Don, I must admit, Oakland's really closed down on the run.
Yeah, they really have, and I don't see anything really breaking open. It seems like they have. They've tried everything. It seems to me, well, not everything. They have tried both sides. 29-yard rushing. They've tried traps. They've tried the power plays. Tried a couple of sweeps.
I don't think they came out here to rush other than keep Oakland honest. Anderson came out intending to pass. On 2nd and 8. The man is open. It's Isaac Curtis. He fumbles the ball, and right there quickly is Pete Johnson. He tried to lateral, I think. Came loose. Pete Johnson was there.
I hope he tried to lateral. I like his attitude.
Monty Jackson is the defender, and look how far he plays off of Isaac Curtis, respecting that great speed.
That was maybe a design play,
I think
Frank.
it might well have been.
But he sure is trying.
Yeah.
He said, would you let go of my arms, Monty?
I think he tried to lateral, decided not to, and then fumbled it. Ball at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10, Cincinnati. And they have really snapped around since the opening moments of the first quarter. Pete Johnson. High steps it around the left corner and gets out to the 43-yard line, getting 6 yards in doing so. It'll be 2nd and 4. Willie Hall over there on the stop. He is going to be a great one. 2nd and 4. gives it a try. Maybe gets a yard and a half out of that. It's going to be third down along 2.
Since we looked at Browner, I'll never forget talking with Ara Parsegian about Ross. He felt consistently, since Ross was recruited by some of Ara's people when he originally went to Notre Dame, he felt consistently Browner was the best defensive lineman in the country and one of the most intelligent players he had seen in the intercollegiate ranks. And when Parsegian talks, I listen.
They're a great family of those Browners. They got a couple of brothers playing football. He's from Warren, Ohio. He's playing in front of a lot of hometown fans. Now they mark it at the 43, so it's third down and 3. Anderson wants to put it in the air. Oh, and he attempts to go to Billy Brooks, and if he could have taken 3 more strides, he'd have had a first down.
What you say about Parsegian is true. We may have to get him up here with us occasionally.
Nobody likes
He could have picked that, you know. Oh, no, he didn't. There you go. Billy, hold your feet. Frank, is that thing wet down there?
It is indeed wet. It rained here, of course, a little bit yesterday, and this down there earlier. And we've been watching the slip all night long.
Tell them how you know, though, because you got your Adlai Stevenson shoes on, right?
I've got a big hole in the right one.
That's right. That's what folks know, that the best dress can have a hole in the bottom of the shoe.
Pat McAnally, Neil Colsey awaits the punt of Cincinnati at the 20.
There's a flag.
Flag is down, and McAnally really hung it high. And he has a man down there. The 2, and a flag is down. Dick Sharon hustled down there, but a flag is down at the line of scrimmage, and we could have an ineligible man downfield.
I think it was actually thrown more up there on the...
It's too bad. Too bad. Don't want the Oakland folks to think we're rooting for the Bengals. We just like to have these Monday night games competitive.
No, that was just an unfortunate thing for the offensive team. You know, you very rarely, that was an exceptional kick. If anybody could kick one that far and then have somebody in there covered on about the 1 or the 2, that's an outstanding football play. You like to see outstanding football plays. I'm telling you. I wonder what would happen if that guy had any hair. Do you think we'd ever see him?
Illegal formation. Offense. 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning.
And during the course of McAnally's punt, you call that hang time. The 2-minute warning showed up. McAnally will punt again. It'll be hard for him to be as fortunate as he was on the last one. Colsey for Oakland waiting at the 20-yard line. And Colsey takes it at the 20. And immediately collides with Blair Bush down around the 27-yard line.
That's what you'd call good coverage. Looked like Washington.
Oh, Blair has good speed. That's one of the things that enabled him to take over that center spot from Johnson. But to snap that ball, they get out of that quick. That's a good job.
Oakland with a 13-7 lead. They have 1:43. They have 3 timeouts. It's going to be interesting to see what Stabler does. He is not in real good field position, but it's not bad at the 27. He puts Bradshaw and Branch, his 2 wide receivers, to the left. The tight end, the ever dangerous Dave Casper, on the top of your screen to the right.
He's going to Casper.
Casper has got him in an open field with it. And Casper out to the 49-yard line.
I just knew he was going to go to Casper that time. Somehow he did.
Stabler with a hurry-up offense. No, he'll bring him back into the huddle.
Casper was you said, Frank, he was in there in that tight end position. The flankers to the left of the field. He goes out to the right flat, then comes back across the middle. Kind of a delayed pattern. He was wide open.
On the 1st and 10.
There he is, right over the middle. And there's a flag down.
Mark Van Egan has the ball, and LeClaire pops Van Egan again, and a flag is down.
We've got 1:05 left in the half.
And it's going to be a holding call against Oakland.
That hurts Kenny. When Kenny is right, nobody is better at using the clock, working it in the final 2 minutes of the half or a ball game. I think one of the greatest performances I ever saw in that regard was in the playoff game against Oakland several years back. Here's the call.
65, offense.
When it wound up with that remarkable pass to Clarence Davis for the winning touchdown over Miami, and Shula doesn't believe it yet.
Well, he's going to have to accept that.
You live with pain.
That's right.
Holding against Mickey Marvin. First down, 20. Stabler sidearms it, and it goes out to Whittington. And Whittington gets back close to the original line of scrimmage, out to the 47. Glenn Cameron covering there. Stabler yelling, John, John. He wants probably a personnel change. Now he calls timeout.
47 seconds left.
And he'll have 2 timeouts remaining.
So I'm just reporting the facts. Just telling it like it is.
All right, 47 seconds remaining in the half. 13-7. The Raiders over the Bengals.
Way to go, Frank.
Second down, 12. Zip. And it's Casper. Casper trying to stay close to the sidelines. He does not stop the clock. He gets to the 25-yard line. Dick Sharon made the stop.
So Stabler has done the job.
Another timeout called by Oakland.
He's already got them in field goal position.
They have 1 remaining.
Reggie Williams, number 57, is the guy that's trying to stay with Casper. Good protection to start with. Well thrown. A little bit. Actually, that ball could have been out a little bit more out in front, but Reggie Williams couldn't get there, and there's Casper. He's just running over him.
Casper wish he would have stayed a little closer and killed that clock, because now they're down to 1 timeout. Look what he does. He leans right into Reggie Williams.
Reggie
steps to the outside. If he hadn't slipped, he would have either picked it off or knocked it away.
But he really would, because it was a little bit, it was not really out in front of him, Frank. He caught it, but the ball could have been another step out in front.
There he is. Gets a touchdown just about every 5 times he catches the football. He's far and away the leading receiver in the year this year, and that, of course, explained by Madden. His outside men, Bradshaw and Cliff Branch, being double covered throughout the entire year. Could explain a lot of Kenny's interceptions, too, because you get a lot of them when you throw into the middle, and that's where he's been forced to go to all year long. First and 10, just short of the 25-yard line. Casper, touchdown. Casper, touchdown.
Oh, he really did a number on him that time. He had Bo Harris stand there looking at himself along with Ken Riley.
Well, that's the Kenny Stabler of the past few years. At his very best. And next to nothing, he drove them downfield for the touchdown. With 31 seconds still left on the clock. Look at it here.
He did it in less than 2 minutes.
The move, I think, that got him was a really kind of defensive to go back to the outside, trying to kill the clock. He decided to go for it all on that one bomb, and Casper looked to the outside, made a move there, and straightened it up down the middle.
Earl Mann for the conversion.
Changes the whole look of the game.
Yep, by 7 points.
Let's take one final look at it.
All right, you see he comes out. No, he didn't even go to the outside. They just were playing him out there. You see that Marvin Cobb couldn't get over. He had Ken Riley on the inside. He just split him.
And the Raiders have a 20-7 lead.
Miami's tied with New England for first in the Eastern Division of the AFC. Solid football team, the great quarterback, the great receivers. Gift.
Free guy, busted. It'll be Archie Griffin. Slip. Griffin tried to move to his outside. Down he went at the 22-yard line.
He was right where second base is here.
That's right. It's the way Petey Rose slides in.
And Charlie Hustle.
Cincinnati has the football. They'll be careful with it. Be going into their locker room, trying to get regrouped. Kenny Stabler put on quite a show, moving that ball the length of the football field, less than 10 minutes, using 2 timeouts. And using Casper. Casper, 3 receptions on the night, 75 yards. Anderson wants it. Fires, and it's complete to Isaac Curtis. He's out of bounds, stops the clock out at the 34-yard line with 16 seconds.
Do it 2 more times, and you give you a field goal kicker, Chris Barr, a shot at it.
Curtis goes out to the left, and Billy Brooks is to the right.
Look at that middle. They've got it wide open down there.
Don Bass, the tight end. You see, bottom of your screen, number 84.
There's Don Bass right down the middle.
Isaac Curtis, and Isaac Curtis has brought the ball to midfield, and is Monty Jackson laying way off Isaac Curtis. He is anticipating that Curtis will try and blow by him, and he respects the speed of number 85.
Well, let's give yardage. There are 11 seconds left. Next one could put them in field goal position and make it 20-10. If.
Candy and nuts.
Yes.
If and buts. Candy and nuts.
All right at midfield. First down, but only 11 seconds for Anderson to work with.
No.
And Anderson goes down.
You throw it over that bench over there.
Too many in there. Mike McCoy in. And that changes the complexion of it considerably.
Jim has got it figured out that he may be the highest paid player in professional football. They sent him in as their special rush guy. He says, the way I got it figured, I make about $3,000 a play. So that ain't bad.
No.
Well, if management finds out about it.
That'll force you into the system. A lot of folks say, okay, I'll take you and I'll build a system around you. I think they do that in Oakland.
5 seconds remaining in the half for Anderson. And picked off. Neil Colsey has the football. And time expires. Kenny Anderson trying to hit Curtis to let him run with the ball. Colsey comes up with the interception. Time expires. And at the end of the half, the Raiders lead the Bengals 20-7. Stay tuned. Halftime highlights coming your way. We'll be right back. Both teams have taken the field again. You're looking at the halftime statistics. The key factor, the one on the bottom, the turnovers. Cincinnati has turned it over 3 times, one of them resulting in a direct Neil Colsey touchdown. That by Dave Turner. The fumble, he went in from 32 yards out. Colsey scoring his first professional touchdown. The yardage, all in the favor of Cincinnati, and John Madden in the huddle, exhorting his troops. A win tonight, and they move back into a tie with Denver in the AFC West. If they don't, they fall behind. And of course, Seattle not totally out of it. That group up there, they play some exciting football. They are 5-6. Of course, Denver's 7-4. Kenny Stabler. A rather trying year. I don't think it really gets to him. Kenny Stabler just does